Polysseum is back after all the excitement of the first Polytopia World Championship. In January, players clashed in the YADAKK tournaments. As always, you'll see amazing performances and everything viewers love most. Rider roads, bombers, cloaks, archer firing squads, and more. Join Ramdingler and CrocsToSchool as they comment on the YADAKK Polysseum highlights. Let's begin.
Hello, Polytopians. Welcome back to the Polysseum highlights. We returned after the World Championships. Hope everyone was watching the wonderful performance from Arthur, our world champion, and other guys. Today with me, two people that also participated in this tournament to a very advanced stage. Crocs and Ramdingler. So Crocs is the best Wenger player in the world, and Ramdingler is the best Kiku player in the world. Welcome, guys.
Thank you for having me.
Hi guys, how are you doing?
Yeah, so Ram is so Crocs is less known. He's like I said, a very good Wenger player. Are you a pro yet or not?
Well, I did qualify with Wenger, so I could consider myself to be a pro player.
Okay.
Although I could not reach Sweden, so we'll see this year. Maybe I get to go on a field
Yes, good
trip.
luck. And Ram, he's a well-known YouTuber. Plays a lot of tournaments. Recently, he won the Bullet Grand Final. So, a lot of good games and a lot of good content on his channel. Like and sub, by the way. So today, before we start, maybe a bit of chat about the World Championships, though. So did you bet that Arthur will take the championship, or did you have any other bets?
Honestly, after seeing the game between T-Tat and Meisterlamp, apologies about. I think I was of the opinion that Meisterlamp might be able to just take it, considering he is one of the best players in the world.
Right.
But I would not have been surprised if Arthur managed to get up on him, considering the tribe difference.
Ram?
Oh yeah, I love the World Championship, especially that Scout Snipe and then that on Siege. That was so clutch. It was so close, that game. The first game, Barter was Imperious, and then the last game, unfortunately, it ended anticlimactic. But honestly, Arthur earned it. It was amazing. I loved it, the whole thing.
Okay, great. I'm happy that you had a good time watching the
I never doubted Arthur and his Imperious. Imperious is just
okay. Yeah, because we also have to say that Imperious is quite a strong tribe, so he had very high chances of winning, not because of his skill, but also his tribe performance.
Both, obviously one of the best players, the best players in the world. Yes.
Okay, let's move on to our YADAKK guys. So tell me a bit about their strategies. Where do they excel? Where do they suck? Which maps are best for YADAKK? Let's talk about them.
Okay, so to start it off, obviously, as most people know, YADAKK starts with the road technology, which means their expansion on the map is very fast. Considering roads, as I have not played the game back when they were, I think, buffed, they cost 2 stars, right?
Yeah,
now they cost 3. So it was a bit of a nerf to the tribe, but I still think the flexibility that the road opening gives you is much stronger than most other tribes have. And paired with the fact that you usually get around 4 fruit on capital, you might just be able to get a level 3 capital by turn 2, maybe 3, and just get great economy.
So which other techs the YADAKK likes to choose, Ram?
Oh, I love YADAKK. YADAKK has a bunch of fruit, a lot of animals, even more than Imperius. Something like about same as Varder. They can take into construction. They can take into mat, archery, catapults. They are very versatile, very strong tribe. They can go for the road opening on on lakes. You have 2 suburbs, so like if you see a lot of fruit, like you can go for that road opening and risk it for the brisket. If you miss, unfortunately, well, it's unfortunate, but if you do get your both suburbs with your first road and you can connect them, you are on a horse. You are doing really good.
On a camel.
Whatever you can get the Grand Bazaar really early. Go for that. Go for those explorers. Your rodeo warriors. I've seen Grand Bazaars on turn 8s and then double giants. It's so strong. The economy is really good. Roads are arguably the best tech in the game. So obviously YADAKK is going to be one of the best tribes on whatever map they put them on.
Crocs. So how to counter YADAKK if you're playing with them? Which tribes are actually the best counter for YADAKK?
Well, considering the roads, YADAKK usually wants to go for riding, which means that you need a big army of either swordsmen or you can go for how are they called? Defenders, yes. Quetzali and I think Wenger are kind of the best tribes you can get, considering the starting units. Of course, Quetzali is a bit better, considering the economy difference between Wenger and
resources.
Yeah. So essentially, you just want to spam riders into. You just want to spam defenders into rider roads and maybe look for other ways to win the game. Maybe giants are a nice option, but from what I have experienced myself, if I make a giant against YADAKK, I just get hit by 15 riders and it's gone.
Okay, yeah. That's sad. Ram, anything to add?
Yeah, I would say YADAKK is Imperious with roads. So you can counter them with Imperious, or you can also Also, it depends on what map and how big of the map it is. Like on small islands, Umaji is a good counter because they still out expand them because they start with riding. They can expand still faster. On lakes, I would say Imo is the counter because they start with philosophy, and lakes are usually on lakes. Lakes are very compartmentalized, and you have enough time to build your markets even faster than YADAKK, and just giant spam and get markets and win the late game against them, even if you get out expanded.
Okay, so good advice from our guests. Be sure to implement them before you start playing against YADAKK. Okay, let's move on to the games. We have 4 games today. Crocs will start with the first one. Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So let's see the spawn and who is playing the first game. Who was playing?
I just need to open up the link because
Sure. No, take your time. I'll put some music on so it's more YADAKK-ish.
YADAKK has the best music in the game, arguably.
Oh yeah, that is a great mention.
Should never blast it.
Oh, here we go. That was a bit fast. Okay, so in the top west corner, we have livanmcculan. He is a Nova who I think joined the Poly Champion server a couple of months ago, and he's surprisingly good at the game, honestly. I've lost to him a couple of times. I believe he has a lot of potential. And on the other corner of the map, well, not really the corner, but on the other side of the lake, we have Cabanos. Cabanos, apologies.
Yes.
I have never really personally encountered this player, and I have never played him, so I don't know what to expect. He's a wild card. Ram, do you have like any opinions of these players? Have you seen them? Have you played against
Yeah,
them?
yeah, I played against them. Both of them, I would say Cabanos is more of a conservative player. He likes to go for trade, markets, and then build up his economy, build up his units number, and then slowly push. Livan is a more versatile player. He can go for markets, he can go for close, archery, wide roads. He's definitely on the newer side, but he's a very good player.
Okay, should we take a look at the whole map composition? Maybe predict what the players are gonna be doing. So, Ram, as the more experienced player here, what do you think Leven or Cabanos will go for? Do you think they'll go for the standard roads into organization play? Will they maybe look for something more conservative, going for like no roads, just warriors?
Well, I mean, I think you should show the fruits, so that we, you can
the resources.
the resources, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can see that both of them have capped water access, so they're probably gonna take into some water techs, go for some water control. Maybe we won't even see a road opening from the west player, who is Livan, right? And from the Cabanos, I think we obviously saw the road opening there. You got a sneak peek of that, which is definitely correct. You see a bunch of resources.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
Livan goes for organization to see the farms. Very smart.
Okay, so Leven goes for organization and he does not take the road. Why do you think that is? Do you have any?
It's
suggestions?
pretty obvious. You can see that he doesn't. You want road. You want your first road to connect your first two suburbs, and in this position there is no road that can connect your first two suburbs. So that's why he went for this conservative opening.
That's a fair point. So we can see them moving a bit. Cabanos captures a couple of his cities. Leven continues. We do get to see a lot of fruit on the C3 here, as we said in the start of the live stream, that with YADAKK you can get a lot of fruit on one city, and with roads you can get an easy level 3 on it.
Yeah, he has a perfect YADAKK setup. Beautiful intersection.
We can see Leven has taken fishing. I am a bit surprised that he has still decided not to use roads, but on a second thought, he may be looking to just take port connections all the way. Maybe roads won't even be needed this game. We get an explorer from Leven meeting Cabanos. And he even gets the lighthouse, which allows him to get his capital to level 3. Get to see an interesting road play from Cabanos, taking the village instantly, looking to solidify his pressure on the map. We also get to see hunting, which is a somewhat surprising play to me. I would think from this position that as Cabanos, I would want to get onto the water, not losing any time to Leven. Ram, do you have any ideas as to why hunting might be the better option here?
Very interesting play there for hunting. We don't see a lot of animals. We see a decent amount of forest. Maybe he wants to go for archery. I mean, hunting is just a good tech, but so it's fishing, With hunting you can go for archery, forestry, and then into markets. I don't know what Cabanos' idea is here.
Only time will tell. He decides to take an explorer into Leven, gets to see a bit of his plans.
Yeah, he uncovers his capital.
He also is quite close to a giant, so maybe we'll see some Juggernaut placed soon.
They're both very close to a Juggernaut. Indeed. Ooh, is that a siege now? Okay.
Cabanos is looking to pressure that city. Leven should be able to keep control of it, though.
Yeah, he sees what's happening, so he has full vision, I think. Yeah.
So I want to bring up something over here. We can see Leven puts the Park of Fortune on the back city. We know he can make a giant there with enough population, but do you think placing down the monument is worth the 5 stars that you get for this? Or would you rather wait and maybe make a giant on this lake city? Because it's closer, so you can make the giant faster, get on the water faster. What's your opinion, Ram?
Well, yeah, those 2 ports there connecting were very expensive. You could have done that with 2 roads, which would have been 8 stars cheaper. But I don't know. I guess I think he wanted to train another warrior because he went for that play in the south because he needed it so he doesn't get sieged. Maybe that was his idea.
Fair enough. He goes mathematics. Well, on second thought, this is not actually that crazy of a play. He does have a lot of forests, and he can get trade, considering he has started with roads. So maybe Cabanos is looking to just get catapults, get markets, hold out, and just push into Leven with all of the techs he can get. Just outmatch him on economy. We also get to see the first giant from Cabanos coming out. Maybe we will see fishing as well.
Border growth. Nice.
Yeah, the border growth sets up the good market spots, and it also gets another giant. I am a bit concerned about Cabanos though, given how much more time Leven has had to get on top of the water. He might be able to just push him out and not let him step on it at all.
Could we actually now switch to individual visions so we can
Of course.
see? Yeah. Okay, great.
There
First
goes
market.
down the first market. Leven does have a lot of vision and is able to completely deny the east side of the map for Cabanos. That could mean that maybe we'll see some behind the enemy lines plays. Maybe he's gonna go for riders, look to flank Cabanos while he's distracted with the river, but we'll see. Leven takes defenders. He's looking to just make sure his opponent does not touch the water. We see fishing from Cabanos, finally looking to get into the water.
Double giant.
And more markets coming down. This, although I think, is a misplay. I believe Leven should have landed the scout into the enemy's village to maybe force the giant on there and make sure it does not get to pressure the lake. Ram, what do you think?
Well, depends if Cabanos has vision of the tile he can. Because, if he steps there with the scout, Yeah, Cabanos does have vision, so he can just splash it and then knock him off the village, and this is a guaranteed village, which will allow him to connect his cities in the north faster with one port in a road, and then 2 roads to connect the north city, and that's gonna allow him to get a Grand Bazaar, so I don't hate this play from him.
That's a good point. Get to see some more harass from Leven. Cabanos is finally starting. Ooh, Cabanos has the markets down and he takes archers. They are known to be quite a counter to scouts and juggernauts, so maybe Cabanos is looking to control his shoreline and allow his units to enter the water while protecting them with the archers.
They're much cheaper.
We do see the connection here. This...
Yes, the lighthouse.
Yes, this explorer gets the lighthouse and secures the... I think this is the 4th giant from Leven.
Yeah, I've got...
I have got on the other side of the map. Honestly, things are not looking up for Cabanos. He does not even have that much more eco than Leven, and he's finding it very difficult to get on top of the water. Gets sieged. The archers are coming in clutch though, and sieging for more or less free, while losing some damage. We're seeing some more archer spam. One more giant for Leven coming up. Cabanos gets aquatism with the market advantage. He's looking to get slowly onto the water while Leven is forced to train more units. Get some pressure on the land city with archers. This is honestly great macro from Cabanos. And he puts the raft right in front of the Juggernaut, forcing either the rammer or the Juggernaut to essentially deal no damage.
Yeah, blocks the...
Yeah.
Nice.
Leven is forced to sacrifice both of his... Oh, and we get the resign. So, this was quite the game, honestly. It was not looking really good for Cabanos at the start, considering he decided to go for the more economical route. And despite that, did not really manage too many stars over Leven. Well, at the end, he does manage a lot more. But in the first couple of turns, the difference was not all that high, 6 stars. So in the end, I am surprised he managed to win. Ram, do you have a different opinion, maybe? Do you think Cabanos had the win in his hand? Or do you think he managed to clutch it up with great macro?
Yeah, no, he definitely played very good micro from the archers there, getting a lot of value against the scouts and the rammers, the juggernauts, blocking there, forcing the rammer to unsiege the warrior. Very good, like rammer is again. There was a defender rammer, so that's 8 stars. So you lose a rammer, that's 5 stars lost because he needed to unsiege, and then he just lost a warrior there to siege. He also denied stars. That was a really good trade there. Markets were definitely a good idea for him. He got a lot of value because he had more income, and because he had more income, he was able to afford aquatism and more units onto the water in the later stage of the game. And then his units were harder to kill. And all in all, very good play for both sides. Unfortunately, I am sad that we didn't get to see a bomber. But yeah,
we'll see them I can tell you that. Wink,
Eventually.
wink, wink.
So, having seen the first game, we did see both sides of the coin, honestly. Leven did not go for the roads, given that his spawn was not really the best one for them, and Cabanos went for the roads. But the more stark difference here is the markets against no markets. Given that Leven, again, has not really all that great spots for markets, but going forward, do you think if both players are given an option to go for markets or not, do you think markets are more worth than just other techs?
I mean, it really depends how good the markets are. Because if the markets are gonna give you 10 stars more than per turn, I would say no. Because the other opponent has the water control. You know, if you're pushing into water, it's much hard. You need to have more stars, more units. It's much harder to push into water if you're not already in water. That's how the naval combat now works. Because all the units are fragile except the juggernauts, which don't even do retaliation damage. So if you don't have aquatism, they can just get destroyed by rammers, which your
That's a
opponent
good
obviously
point.
has, and bombers too, which the opponent obviously has and can get. Like, it really depends. Obviously, this is a small map, so I would advise you to go for water if you can. If you cannot, well, unlucky.
Okay, so this wraps up the first game.
Yeah,
So
let's
do we
switch
just
to the
jump in on the other?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
So Ram, the floor is yours.
All right, here we go. We have Davi Brasileiro in the north and livanmcculan in the south.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And,
No.
we see the road opening.
Technical
here.
difficulties.
No, it's all fine. We see the road opening from Davi in the north, and we see the road opening here from Leven. He's obviously. This is a very good road for him because he knows there's no villages here. There can't be any villages, so his suburb had to be here or here, and the other suburb is one of these three tiles. Wait, this is not a shoreline. Yes, one of these three tiles. So this road will be able to connect both of his suburbs. So yeah, and here we see also the road opening. Again, a really good play because well, the suburb could be here. If it's here, it's unlucky because you can't connect it very efficiently. So yeah, road opening for Leven was definitely the play. For Davi, well, if there's a suburb, if he has a suburb on one of these two tiles, then it was the play, obviously. If it's here, then no. And yeah, okay, they both hit. Organization, obviously, pre-cap. We see organization from Leven 2. And we're going to see a workshop in the forward city. Unfortunately, Davi cannot upgrade his city with fruits. He's going to have to wait for either hunting, farming, or fishing to upgrade. Gets a workshop there in the cap. I would have personally went for the road because you can go port fish to get a level 3 here. Davi is also getting his upgrades. Goes for climbing to gamble for the ruin. Ooh, swordman in the center map, and then pop ruin. Nice.
Yeah, but the swordsman will be useful to get this village in the center, probably.
Yeah. Swordman in the center are pretty good in the early game. In the later game, once your opponent has giants, they're not as good. It's a nice explorer, has a lot of vision. Leven goes for fishing, and I'm gonna explorer, of course. Meets him. Let's go straight fog off. So we see how much vision does he get. These are pre-nerf explorers. Yeah, look at that. Gets the North Lighthouse.
He doesn't see
a lot of vision.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, immediately port. I like that. Not taking the fish, taking another warrior for the lighthouse. And yeah, we see another port here to go into the water. Another warrior there. Are we gonna see a giant? Yeah, next. Let's see. Shoots another explorer, gets a lighthouse. Okay. And are we gonna see another lighthouse? Oh my!
Oh yes, yes.
Wow. Yes. He can get the Eye of God if he roads the warrior. Yeah, he's gonna get it next turn. Very, very, very good explorer. That's why they got nerfed, by the way. We see farming from Davi. He's going to have his giant next turn with Lighthouse. He's stepping on the center village. Oh, and there we go. That's why we love Yadak. Double monument there for another giant. Unfortunately, though, he's going to need to place another port if this giant wants to go into the water immediately, or he's going to need to wait. Because you want your giants to go into the water at the same time. We see construction ruin. Pretty decent ruin. Gets his own giant. This swordman in the center is getting hit by a lot of warriors. Next turn, the city's gonna get sieged. I mean, the walls don't help because swordmen don't have the fortify ability anymore. Yeah, then you see the siege. This city is very hard to protect for Davi because again, it's very isolated. It's very close to Leven. And yeah, this is what I mean. These giants are not there. One of these giants is gonna have to wait to go into the port, place an extra port, which you don't want obviously because ports are very expensive. Oh, but we're gonna see a giant push there. Very
nice.
With 2 ports connection.
He defended.
Leven did block the fruit, so the unsiege was more expensive. But we see a catapult too. Oh my goodness, what do you do now? You see sailing from Leven and another explorer. He wants to die. I've got really badly to get another giant cap, I would assume, or just maybe 5 stars in the West City. 5 stars in the West City it is. How do you defend this though? Do you have a catapult, juggernaut, a bunch of warriors? You don't have any ranged units.
Could you pause a bit, Ram, for a second? Crocs, would you actually defend this city with this giant pop or not?
Honestly, I think popping the giant on the city itself was not that bad of a play, considering he saved himself a turn and force a catapult out of the opponent, as well as rerouting the juggernaut, saving his other city from being just instantly captured. So I think the giant pop is good, but I am a bit more skeptical of his movement with it, considering he puts it on the mountain instead of maybe putting it on the water might have been better, although it does take a couple of hits. So Ram, what do you think? Would you have moved the giant onto the mountain, or would you have put it onto the port? I'm
going to answer that after I answer this. So giant pop here is obviously the play. You want to have this city, you can pop it. You don't know that your opponent has mat, so you're not expecting a catapult. You see forestry though, but you don't see mat. So I would definitely pop a giant here. But yeah, in this position now, when you see a catapult, what do you do here? The catapult is gonna shoot you if you don't move it back. Do you want to get shot by a catapult, or do you want to get sieged? Both options are very bad.
No good place.
If you move the giant into the port here, and the opponent can just move the warrior here, and then you're never splashing this catapult. I think the play is if you move it onto the mountain, the catapult is going forward and it's going to shoot you again. You need to deal with the catapult. And how do you deal with the catapult?
I don't think you can. I feel like Leven has solidified his position.
Yeah, no, the catapults are definitely the play. I don't see a way to deal with this because the city is very isolated. You don't have any support for it. Maybe like a border guard here, and then place a raft here, wait for this catapult to go here, then bomber, but that is very expensive. Border guard and navigation and a bomber, which is 15 stars. Yeah, let's see a really.
Maybe he gets navigation from this ruin.
Maybe.
He is setting up the raft, though.
Yeah. I would definitely try to border it if I can here. And then bomber, maybe. That's the only... Yeah, he moves onto the mountain. He wants a defense bonus. Don't hate it. But these catapults don't move forward, interestingly enough. He unsieges with the scouts. Makes sense. But yeah, now this giant is pincered in here. Oh, wait.
Ooh, should he have hit?
Oh, they're here. I think yes. I would hit. I would definitely hit because it's the only juggernaut. He only has one juggernaut anymore. And if he had a rammer, I would hit and then move. Like this is good too though. He's setting up the catapults in the back to defend the city. Yeah, this giant is dead now, and there's no real way to protect the city. It's just too far away from your whole position. We're gonna see another giant in the cap. I think, yeah. Okay.
We are
so
seeing more
potions.
math. Do you think it's a market angle again, or do you think they'll just opt for catapult value?
Well, with Yadak, you can definitely go for markets because you're only one take away. And there we go, markets.
There we go.
Definitely, you can go for them super early if you want because you were one take away from them. You see some scouts getting value, staying out the giant staying out of the range of the catapults. This one not, but this one getting shredded. But this scout did shoot the catapult, but yeah, no, this scout is gone. 7 stars down the drain for 1 damage on the catapult. It's a interesting idea there. Gets another level 3 in the south, and yep, Davi now is on 4 cities compared to 6 that Leven has. And he does have trade, but didn't place a market for a couple of turns. Oh, we see a bomber in the north.
Ooh.
Let's go. Very nice. He decides to just get full water control here and try to go for the cap snipe.
Leven is slowly losing ground though.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great juggernaut play from Leven.
Good splash there.
Ramming,
yeah. Very nice. They're going to be able to damage that juggernaut considerably. Livan on 41 stars per turn, going fully for the east side. Training more catapults. Yeah, these catapults there's no way to deal with them because there is a giant here. Zona controlling everything, so you would need to kill the giant if this raft wants to become a rammer to one-shot the catapult. He's just trying to go for the cap here. Juggernauts are going in. Oh, we see a siege there too. The whole position. Wow, the whole east position for Davi crumbled. He's just going for the cap, I guess. Yeah. Oh, and there we go. We see the giant kill and then a catapult kill. Damages another catapult there. Leven takes the east city. Davi now on 3 cities.
Yeah, very difficult position.
More catapults. Just a bunch more, even more catapults and another double monument. This city has 4 monuments.
Oh, jeez.
See bombers, more bombers. Monument in cap, just so it's not negative. Oh, look at how many catapults he has. He can afford it. He has a lot of stars. Wow, even more catapults just pushing into the position. There's no counter to them. He has water control in the east. He does go for the siege, but how is that siege going to hold? He has 3 catapults here.
He decides not to shoot, tries
not
the giant.
to shoot, yeah. I guess he's gonna abandon the city for some
Yeah, there's
time.
no way to push this giant out.
Goes for diplomacy. Bomber shooting, nice. Getting some good value and a cloak. If he gets a cloak chain on the cap, that's definitely gonna change the position. But looks like the position in the east for Davi is crumbling even further. You see a giant siege. Can he even unsiege this? 2 warriors and a giant does unsiege. Oh my goodness. And archery too. No, archery is very strong with Yadak because you already have roads. Roaded archers are really strong. We see the unsiege there.
Oh, barely.
And another cloak.
Cloak on capital.
Just all cloaks. More catapults pushing in. I don't know about this catapult. No, the bombers already have a target, which is this juggernaut here. Goes for riding too, and yeah, I don't think he's gonna be able to unsiege this. The bombers shooting, getting a ton of value, but Oh my goodness, he's preparing to cloak this city. Oh, he goes for
Got
free spirit
chivalry.
chivalry. Oh, the bombers are dead. Almost. There's a catapult in your face. You can't chain any more cloaks. Warriors with a defense bonus right next to your cap. And Davi decides to resign, which is that I don't. He was definitely in a rough position. I wouldn't want to be him. Yeah, I think they both played to their outs.
Mhm. So do you
Markets
think
again.
those bombers in the west were a good option? Maybe he should have kind of invested more in the east, because that's where his downfall actually started, when he lost the city in the east, and then everything falling apart.
Well, let's see. He's investing a lot of. He was investing in decent. I mean, he was investing into East with the Rhymers, Scouts. I think he was just. I mean, you have to consider that he's on 4 cities. I think going for the cap was definitely. I think it was the play here, because your opponent has more cities, more juggernauts.
Yeah, but with so many catapults, like he wasn't going to get it anyway, even with the giants. So
yeah, maybe the time pressure did hit him. I don't know, how do you deal with these catapults? It's gotta be knights or water control, but your opponent has markets and much more income. He can get many more giants than you. And I don't know what to do here, honestly.
Crocs, what do you think?
Well, I think Davi had more or less no chance after losing that middle city. Not because he did not play well, but rather because the game just did not give him enough. Considering the ruin that spawned on the mountain, I think it prevented one village from generating, although I don't think I'm seeing an exact spot for it. He just kind of got unlucky. The village was more so in Leven's territory, so he could not keep it, even with the swordsman. And after that, Leven just had way more giants than him. The east was essentially undefendable, and from it, everything else kind of just crumbled. I agree with Ram. I think the bombers on the west side were good. Maybe he should have gone for cloaks sooner, as to maybe try and overwhelm the catapults with daggers, but maybe that would not have helped him either. It was just the nature of the game.
Too much everything be against him. Yeah, okay. So good game. Let's switch to another. So now it's your turn, Crocs. So who's playing here?
Do give me a second. We have Ramdingler versus Canelo on the next game. Whoops. That was a bit fast.
Let's see the spawns first.
Are you able to see? Yep. Okay.
Yeah, but maybe make a tiny move so we can see the resources as well.
Oh yeah. So we have Ram on the top corner playing red YADAKK, as well as Canelo with the weird name playing blue YADAKK sitting comfortably in the bottom corner. Ram opens up with the standard road play, considering he has great resources, great resource indicators, and also the ability to get 2 villages at the same time with 1 road. On the other hand, Canelo does decide not to go for the road play, even though he does have a fruit, which should mean that there should be a village somewhere over here, as well as maybe somewhere over here, although it's probably in this corner.
Yeah, so Ram is expanding much faster. He already has 3.
Canelo
cities.
decides to take an explorer on C2. I suppose he's looking for the lighthouse to maybe use it with ports to get the faster giant. I am a bit surprised on the explorer though. If it were me, I would have taken Forge, not Forge, a workshop. Ram, do you think a workshop would have done more here rather than an explorer?
Yeah, I would have definitely went for the workshop. Unless you have fishing, then yes. Because these were pre-nerf explorers, it was definitely the play to go for the explorer, because you can get a lot of lighthouses and then you're gonna be closer to your giant, Eye of God. But yeah, without fishing, I would have not went for the explorer.
Maybe it works out for him. He does see another village, so he could go for that as well with a road, maybe. Ram gets another explorer looking to find his opponent. Maybe he even gets to meet him. And he does. Actually, I should have turned shared fog on. Yeah, he does not get the lighthouse, unfortunately, but that is fine for now. Canal gets more lighthouses, gets 2 level 3s. Right now, the game is looking even. Both players have decent access to the water, and both are ready to get fishing on the next turn. Ram even gets right now.
Yeah, this is going to be naval because they are divided by this huge lake in the center.
Yeah, the lake indeed is huge. And we also have a city here, so that might prove to be an important part later into the game. Ram does get to see the whole map, I believe, yes. And so does Canelo. Gets pre-cap fishing and starts upgrading. Oh, wait. He takes...
Yeah, we have shared vision. Yeah.
My bad. Kennal does not have full vision of the map. So he does meet Ram. He's seeing quite a lot of cities near the water, but I believe Kennel is in a better position right now because he has 3 and even a 4th city bordering the lake, so he'll be able to spend so much more resources onto just building a giant fleet.
Yeah, so Ram will be on 3 cities with the water access.
Yep, Ram gets the giant Park of Fortune and is looking to enter the water.
Yeah, he wants that lighthouse.
He gets to see the giants. Unfortunately, there is no way to get this lighthouse yet. Canelo takes the last of the vision. And maybe even he does get the lighthouse and Eye of the God. He's gonna make 2 giants this turn. Never mind, he opts out of using Eye of the God for now, I believe.
No, I don't see it on the map.
Canal takes the... Yep, here goes the Eye of God. Canal takes the middle village, securing himself a great position in the river. Ram takes ramming. And also gets the lighthouse. So, Ram, what were you thinking of this position? Because you have all the vision on the map, but you do see that your opponent has 3 giants ready to enter the water on this turn while you need to road yours in. What's your game plan from this point?
Yeah, ramming. I don't know about ramming in retrospect. But well, I think I should have went for something like Matt immediately here, not fighting for water at all, because of the poor water access.
That is a great idea. Having seen the last couple of games, we could deduce that catapults are a quite a strong unit. Ram takes
I
the
do go for
rammer.
ramming, because I think I can. Maybe I would micro him on water.
Yeah, but Canelo
Just
is just not having any of it. He gets all the stars, gets bombers, and is overall in such a better position. He does misplay with this giant though, positioning it in a bit of a weird spot, letting it take too much damage. Although he does siege, and this siege right here is extremely important, because the fact that there is nothing to unsiege the warrior forces Ram to use the Juggernaut to get back into the city, wasting one more turn and allowing Canal to put twice as many units into the water without losing any tempo. He also gets a bomber, which will have a lot of value. Ram goes for archery, as we have seen in the first game between Leven and Cabanos. Archers did prove to be quite useful.
A lot of
Seeing
splash
some
here.
great, a lot of great micro from Canal, looking to get some damage. Ram does get a splash using the archer. But will it be enough? The bombers are retreating to get a better position onto the enemy. And Canal is holding the east part of the map as well. Canal takes farming, which, in the retrospect, I am unsure if it's all too good, considering he does have a lot of farms, but the amount of giants he already has, I think, is enough to make sure he does not need to fight over the water at all. So he's uncontested. Ram, do you think maybe going for something like defenders into cloaks would have been better here? In retrospect to farming.
I think farming for another giant. I mean, it's good. You get another giant, and you can push for the northeast village. Cloaks immediately here. I don't think you need defenders anymore because you are. I mean, Ram has only one unit on water, so you actually don't need defenders. You can just go. I think farming is a good idea here for another giant. I don't hate it. Forest is also. I mean, he doesn't have hunting, so farming for the quick giant and pressure on the North City is fine. Maybe
a good point.
I do like farming here because he doesn't need any more water units. He just needs cloaks here.
See, fair enough.
And another giant for the Northeast City.
Ram is getting a high amount of archers. I do wonder if chivalry will come in play sooner or later. Canal gets another siege, making sure not to let off the pressure. Ram is trying to push through the east. It seems like his only option, considering that the bombers are keeping him occupied on the west. Maybe if he takes the east city, he'll be able to push through, as we saw in the last game with Leven and Davi. The archers are getting a lot of value. We get farming from Ram. He can get a couple more giants with it.
Yeah, Canelo moved that bomber to keep those archers away.
Yeah, and we also see defenders. Maybe cloaks will be coming out soon enough.
Ooh. Nice hit.
So, Ram. Never mind, I'll actually wait for the turn to end before asking. We get some interesting trades here from Canelo, looking to just clear out all of the west units to make sure his siege holds, and it seems like it will work for him. Also getting some... Ooh, this is an interesting play. Canelo decides not to hit the giant with his giant. Ram, do you have any idea why he did not hit, considering he puts...
No. I think not hitting is the right play because you want your giant to be as high on HP as possible, so the siege I think not hitting is the play. You want your giant to be as high on HP as possible, so the siege is more likely to hold. Yeah. Even though I don't have that many archers, even if he hits, but I think it's fine because you're going to use the bomber and then the giant to siege next turn.
Oh, that's a pretty good point. Ram gets some damage on the bomber. He also kills another with archer roads and gets a veteran. But will it be enough? Canelo is still holding this city, so if he gets this, he may be able to just push onto land.
Yeah, Rampal probably has a hope that this giant will take the city back.
Yeah, we see what Ram just said. The bomber hits the giant goes in, full HP. It's gonna hold, or will it? Ram moves in with his giant to pressure the west city and gets forestry plus mining. This is a giant push. Ram is holding onto that city.
Yeah, kind of loses this bomber. Expensive trade.
Finally, we see the cloaks get out. Maybe the chains will be able to keep archers occupied long enough for Canelo to get back into the game, despite the fact that he is still not losing. Ram gets the siege. The question is, will it be able to hold? It does not. Although Ram is still pushing pretty hard on that east side, the archers are getting way too many.
Strategy.
Canelo is looking to clear up some archers, gets climbing so that his cloaks get up on top of the mountains. Ram gets a siege. A surprising detail is that Canelo is spamming cloaks over here. Instead of trying to defend this city, he has decided to just give it and get himself some much needed units with the cloak chains.
Sorry, can you pause? Degan says that Canelo had an on siege in the east with a better attack order. Could we have a look at this?
Of course. Well, Canelo does have a...
Yeah, but I think it was about this city that he lost to to
mean
Ram.
this one?
Turn 18. So we should go back.
Oh,
like that.
that's a fair point. Let's see how that goes. Turn 18. Could he have unsieged? So he goes and hits with the bomber into 2 warriors, and then he does not hit with the giant.
Yeah, so maybe giant first, and then the rest.
If giant hits, this should actually be well above enough to kill the giant. He does also have a possible rammer to hit.
Yeah, so Degan says it's a giant warrior, bomber, warrior, rammer.
That's a fair point. He could have unsieged, but those are live games. So
yes, so we have to take into consideration that it's like now we see that it's so obvious, but yeah, once you are on timer, it's not that easy to plan everything ahead. Yeah, yeah, but good point. Thank you.
Where were we? I think here. Yes.
Yeah.
I believe it's time for Kennel to start looking into some knights, given the amount of archers everywhere.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a good spot to actually attack with the knight.
That is true.
Because this city that he got from Ram, it's like you can obviously, bridge or, attack through this this isthmus. But those archers are like so close, and they would kill any.
We see another cloak snipe, by the way, in the west. That's the second cloak.
Yeah. Canelo keeps trying to get some cloaks in, but Ramor just does not give him any. We get some damage on the bomber. Ram clears out the struggling cloaks. And gets mad.
Also, we should point out that I don't capture the city.
Oh, that's a good point. I did not see that. You don't capture it. Why not?
I wonder why.
Well, we can't see the 2 cloaks, but given the amount of units you could have built up, don't you think you could have maybe captured it to kill a couple of cloaks and then just train something better? Or do you think that the amount of cloaks they would get is just too big?
The amount of daggers will be too big. Well, the amount of daggers would be 5. Also, I cannot kill any daggers because if he places them correctly, he's going to place them in a line. So northwest, southwest from his cap, and I cannot reach those. I cannot reveal those cloaks.
Yeah, but you could have blocked some spaces, and then he gets just 3 daggers.
Yeah, I could block, but it's still getting cloaked. It's still getting some
sure
value from him. I don't want the daggers to get any cloaks.
We do also see a singular catapult from Ram. He gets Ram gets math just to buy this one catapult, which is a nice surprise. You don't get to see catapults very often, and they are my favorite unit, so he gets bonus points for that. Get some rammers onto that juggernaut. And we go for riding. I think this is the point where chivalry is starting to look very alluring for Canelo. He has managed to solidify his position with the 2 giants on Ram's land.
Yeah, and Canelo has just 1 bomber left. He had so many.
Riding. So, Ram, when you took riding over here, did you have anything in mind?
Yeah, riding to reveal the daggers, cloaks.
Okay. Were you thinking about maybe chivalry? Although you don't really get that many trains.
Is very expensive. You have to remember that. I need to deal with the naval units and the juggernauts in the west.
We get another giant in the water by Canelo, which I am a bit surprised though. But considering there are like 15 archers coming his way and a catapult, maybe he's looking to get his giants off of the continent. We get a cloak, spamming 4 daggers. Ram keeps extending with his catapults and slowly killing off what Kennal has. We also get a road siege play, although it will not hold, it's a great distraction. A great placed bomber gets everything killed on the east side of the map, so Ram is left without units. We get a siege, although I doubt it will hold.
Yeah, Ram is blocking with that. Yeah, but he has another raft there. Yeah, so it won't.
Honestly, at this point, the game has turned into quite a fever dream. Everything is like happening everywhere.
Yeah. Okay, Canelo is probably getting the city back.
We got some more cloaks, maybe looking for a cloak chain on that east corner city. Canelo keeps getting the sieges and is setting up quite the cloak chain over here. Ram is just keeping on harassing, maybe looking to somehow break through all of the defenses. Ram gets another siege just to keep Canelo occupied.
I mean, the sieges are also to deny income. Those are very high level cities.
Well, that's a good point. I did not think of that.
No,
5 daggers.
Yeah, cloak attack.
So Ram, just before we continue, can I ask you, what were you thinking at this point of the game? Because all of these bombers are kind of just keeping the game in a perfect stalemate while you're somehow trying to navigate through all of these tiles where you're not even allowed to move. Did you have any plan over here, or were you just freestyling, trying to find a gap in the armor?
Yeah, I'm basically trying to exploit his weaknesses, and because I cannot deal with the bombers, they're unreachable for him. For me, there's no way for me to deal with the bombers. So yeah, I'm just trying to attack on land because I cannot get into the water and try to survive.
Fair enough.
Maybe he has to go somewhere. I don't know. Maybe he resigns. I don't know.
Good tactic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Canelo is getting the east back.
Slowly but surely, he is advancing, but Ram does have the option to make a bomber and clear everything out. Ram is also attacking on the west, slowly chipping away at the vessels on the shore side. Gets the bomber, cleans up a bit. Another bomber.
At this point, I was just having fun with the bombers, if I'm being honest.
We got some more cloaks, maybe looking to go into that.
Yeah, but at this point, it doesn't look that bad for you because Canelo lost most of his navy again. So you look like, you might make a comeback.
Indeed. Oh, that bomber hits pretty hard. Although I don't think it will be enough. You can still keep up the push. But we get into free spirit. But why do we get free spirit here? It does not seem all that great. Ram, do you have any idea why we get the free spirit over here? As opposed to just waiting? Or is there just maybe like in the middle of the game he just wanted to like get it? Just to get it out
he
of
just
the way?
wanted to get it, yeah. I believe so.
That's a fair point. So now we will see some knights coming out. Maybe they will be able to push through. We get more cloaks, more bombers on bombers. And here come the knights out.
First knight on the board. But it gets weakened.
Yep. Canelo will have to maybe stack his knights a little by little, considering how far they are from the actual front. But I think he has the time. We get a great knight chain leading into a siege, which I believe is unbreakable. Another cloak gets in the middle city, and the knight moves up. Although the capital is population capped, so no more knights will be coming out. Ram respects the knights, gets knights of his own. Trains one here. I do have to ask, what exactly were you looking to do with this knight over here, Ram? Did it have?
Well, there's no unit that outranges the knight, so I have to go for I have to go for knights here because he can clean my defenders with his scouts and bombers. So like I have to go for knights because to position
Counter
them
the knights,
in a
you have to
way,
play knights.
yeah, yes, to position them in a way so he can push forward with the knight. Otherwise, I would chain through it.
Yeah, we do also have to add that Canelo does have the option of just placing a bridge over here to get closer to this archer.
Yeah, there's a chain now. If I...
Yeah.
Oh, no. Wait, it's a 15 HP. Is there a chain? Yeah, there was a chain. He just shoots my archer and then chains everything with the bridge.
Or he gets... Yeah, with just one bridge.
Ram gets another chain, and the riders are slowly moving up. Ram is trying to respect them as much as he is allowed to, but with this many units...
Yeah, 37 turns.
Yep.
Heck
Things
of a
are
game.
looking to get on end. We get trade.
This is my resume. Yeah, this is just trolling. There's no counter now.
Yeah, and here
over.
comes the
Yeah.
big chain, and that's just it.
Yeah, GG's.
GG's. This was quite the game. Both players played it to the very end, fighting tooth and nail. But ultimately, Ram falls under the pressure of the bombers and knights. So Ram, do you have any thoughts about the game? How do you feel after watching the replay?
I think I played pretty good. I don't mind losing here because I did win last two games, so I'm fine with this game.
An acceptable loss.
Yeah, I don't think there was anything I could have done, honestly.
Yep.
Because like the bombers were the issue were the bombers basically because they're unreachable, and then the water control is also undeniable in the center, and then he can do whatever he wants.
Miji, do you have
cloaks,
any? Oh yeah, continue please. I did not mean to.
Oh yeah, just go for cloaks, yeah, and then cloak, yeah, that was the right play.
Yeah, Miji, do you have any thoughts yourself about the game?
Yeah, so seems like the water access was the crucial factor here. So yeah, Canelo had those 4 cities, and even though his expansion was much slower because he did not start with the road opening, he managed to keep up with Ramdingler and and finally take the win. But it was great, like a back and forth in this east, Ram taking the cities. I thought he would kind of secure the win with this wave of archers, but Canelo managed to to make a comeback. Yeah, great game.
Indeed. Well, let's get on to the other one.
Yes, the last game.
Right. Here we have Cabanos in the north and Ducksman in the south, with very archipelago-ish spawn. We see the road opening, obviously. The village could be here, but I think this is a safe bet because, the center road is always fun, even if you can't connect both of your suburbs, because you're going center and taking the center immediately, especially as host. We do see road opening here. I like this road opening because you get the lighthouse and you can upgrade with the connection immediately. Yep, and then he's gonna connect. No, don't buy, not buy org, of course, because it's 1 star. Better to connect because you got a workshop immediately, or he's going up by 1 star.
I'm expecting another naval battle.
Yep.
This lake in the center looks big.
Yeah, this is the standard opening with YADAKK. I like this explorer here because if you get the lighthouse, you can upgrade your cap, and if you meet them, it's even better because they can. Yeah, he meets him, and then he can train more units. You see fishing, explorer. Explorer. I think we can turn off shared fog. Oh. Gets the meeting stars. Yeah, this is what I like. Fishing and then explorer. With YADAKK. Riding.
Do you have an explanation for riding here?
Riding here for Ducksman. Maybe he just wants to expand faster, but I still don't think it's. It's a big lake in the. Yeah, it's a big lake in the middle, and riding is. Riders are good when you can fight on land, not when there's a big lake in the middle. It's a swordman. He just wants to get to Grand Bazaar as soon as possible.
Ooh, workshop. Oh, he does not have fishing. That explains
hunting. This is Cabanos, and yeah, he loves markets and trade. We'll see it again. Pop protein cap. Yeah. Another one.
Okay, here comes the forestry.
And the border growth, yeah. Typical Cabanos here. Going for setting up those market spots and sawmills. We see a turn 8 Grand Bazaar, by the way. Turn 8 Grand Bazaar. This is why YADAKK is good. You can really expand fast and get your eco really nice and soon. I assume it's gonna be Explorer. Yep. To get some more vision.
He does miss all of the lighthouses.
Gets the west lighthouse done. Maybe
actually no, he doesn't.
Matt from Cabanos. Yep. With that Bordegot, he's a bit slower on the giant. But, Bordegot in the center. I guess to get more water tiles, so he can promote units. Much more easier. Trade, of course. Yep. Strategy.
Okay.
Navigation.
Turn 10 markets. This is also quite fast.
Yeah. And there we go. Eye of God already on turn 10. Very nice. Strategy, he sees the market. Yeah, I mean, even with the market, Dux is still up on economy. Not anymore. He's up on cities. He has navigation and deploy immediately. Cloak, wow. I don't know about that cloak, because how are you gonna deal with the juggernaut splashing?
Maybe he just places a port. Never mind. Can I pause you here for a second, Ram?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, this cloak could have had a lot of potential if maybe Dux had placed the port further down east. And yes, right there, put the cloak in and just start spamming chains from the Camber city with cloaks.
Is this... Can he stop... Can Cabanos stop this cloak if it's from here? Port. No, you can't. Juggernaut can go here. He can... No. Unless he can giant push here. Manipulate the push so it goes here. To go here. Yeah, this would be unstoppable cloak chain if you place the port here.
Yeah, so he's spreading those rafts in order to stop the...
Cabanos does know
about it. Yeah, this was very obvious.
Splashes the cloak.
Splash.
Yeah, very obvious. Unfortunately, cloak is dead.
Despite everything, Dux is keeping up on eco.
Just because of the larger number of cities. But we see aquatism. Another explorer tried to get that South Lighthouse.
Oh no. Oh yes.
Doesn't manage it.
Just barely.
And yeah, this bomber is gonna get a ton of value here. And the siege, defender siege. Yep, very, very nice. Although this juggernaut cannot, it can damage the bomber. Ooh, very expensive on siege from Cabanos. Houdini is the defender.
Yeah. Nice.
Some more rammers to soften the juggernaut. Immediately promotes them into rammers. Goes for pop growth in the northeast because he wants a giant there with a port and a fish, most likely.
Yeah, so those riders are unemployed, just like sitting there or wandering around.
This is strategy from Dux. Okay. Ooh, doesn't kill because it has aquatism, yeah.
But I'm wondering at this point, like he could go back to his previous idea with the cloaks, because the regular YADAKK, they don't have anything to prevent the cloaks. So I'm like a bit
so. You kind of
confused.
Maybe you can train a cloak here.
Yeah, in this eastern city.
I think he does. No, he doesn't go for it.
Even go for a cap snipe if Dux is feeling daring enough. It's only 3 turns away.
See another go on the catapult in the west there. And yeah, those defender aquatism rammers are putting in the work. They're very hard to kill.
Finally, he got the cloak.
Yeah, he goes for the cloak. Got the giant there. There's a giant to protect, but the giant is getting down to 23 HP. Yeah, not a lot of Vora units now because
I think he missed his chance.
Yeah, that was the play definitely. If he went for that, he would have been winning. If just one cloak land, then it's just GG.
Yeah, so for the first mistake that he made, it was this poor cloak placement here.
This is very obvious.
But later he had this advantage in Navy where he could spam cloaks and get more of them easily.
Cabanos does seem to be a great Navy player, though, given that 2 times in a row against Leven and against Ducks, he is playing from behind on units, and he still manages to somehow take control of the river.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Navy is expensive, so markets are very good for if you want to fuel your Navy. Also, the riders didn't do that much. Just unemployed.
Yeah.
You said.
So, do you think the cloaks would have turned this game around, or?
For sure. Yeah, the cloaks are
Definitely.
very powerful against a border grid city in the center. That is also level 5 city. That would be 5 daggers, non-stop. That definitely won.
What level is the city in the
center? Level 5.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be a level like. Does he upgrade? No, he
I
doesn't.
think he gets. Oh, okay, he doesn't. Okay.
No.
Yeah, still 5 daggers is quite a lot.
Yeah.
Good value.
Oh, huge value.
Mhm.
Exactly. Our units just constantly being spawned, with Cabanos having only 5 cities, only 2 next to it. It would have been a game-winning move. Yeah.
Any other thoughts on this game?
I think not. I believe both players played to their best. Well, maybe Dux could have done a bit more, but he seems not to be too experienced with YADAKK yet. We'll give him the benefit of
Yeah,
the
because he took this diplomacy, and for a few turns after this first failure, he did not use it, and it's like a tier 3 tech, so you better use it if you buy it. Yeah.
Yeah. Just like Cabanos did use his mat and sawmills and catapults and markets.
There was a catapult. I didn't notice it.
Here,
Okay.
you just control this city.
Yeah,
Very nice
nice.
player.
Okay.
Coming back from the city disadvantage.
Okay, good games. I hope you enjoyed them.
Indeed.
And stay tuned for the IMO Polysseuum, right?
Yes.
It's happening right now.
Yeah, the IMO Polysseuum is about to finish soon. I think there is still a chance to join the tournament. So if you feel like an IMO champion, then go ahead and join the IMO Polysseuum. Yeah. So just one final question, because there was a discussion about this opening with those openings with YADAKK. So what do you think is still road opening the meta, and you should definitely use it, or maybe go without the roads? Justini is a big fan of this opening, no roads, just exploring the traditional way.
I think I'll have to disappoint Justini a bit. From what we saw, there were some people going for the no road opening, but most of the time, if you had a chance to go for a road into 2 cities, you were far much better off than your opponent. Take this last game, for example. Even though it did not really come to it that much, Cabanos did start with a... no, they both started. I'm kind of mental over here, so they did both start with it. And I think it's much better because it also allows you to later upgrade your capital for essentially free. You don't have to rely on getting 2 of each resource in your cities. So I think the verdict is go roads if you can. If you can't, well, good luck.
Yeah, don't trust Justini. Ram, what do you think?
Yeah, on lakes, I would say road opening. If you can do it, like here we can see, you can assume there's a village here, then there's a village on one of these tiles here. So yeah, the road opening here is optimal for here. The village could spawn here, but you could also have 3 suburbs. You never know. 2 are guaranteed on lakes. Lakes, I would always go for the road opening if you can. Unless your resources are really bad, like in that one game when we saw. So like, not connect both of your suburbs with that road, then it's not worth it. But if you can, it's definitely worth it. Also, with a road opening, you get your village faster. So if it's contested and your opponent doesn't go for the road opening, you're going to step on it faster and take it for yourself, which is very important. If it's a center village, also it gives you a village. Yeah, I would go for the road opening on lakes. Right. You have guaranteed suburbs.
Yeah, to be fair, I don't remember exactly if it was continents or lakes. Maybe on continents it works better without growth, but
it's a different story because there is no guaranteed suburbs.
Yeah,
on continents it's gambling. Yes.
Yeah. So we have to give it back to Justine. Maybe he considers this opening good on continents, but you have to be careful on any other map. Yeah, and before I let you go, I set up this poll: traditional YADAKK or Orcas, which is your favorite? Let's see how the poll went. Yeah, so Crocs, Orcas or YADAKK?
The first one is the skin, right?
Yes, Orcas is the skin.
I'm gonna go for Orcas. I think it has a bit of a better music theme as well as like the looks.
Yeah,
I like it better.
It's playing. Yeah, no. Ram?
Yeah, I would go for the Orcas too, just because they're cooler. Come on, just look at the lore. They control the criminal underground of the YADAKK.
Yes, they're the criminals of Polytopia.
Of the YADAKK, or do you want to be a trader? I think it is.
Yeah, but anyway, so the audience doesn't agree with you. I think it's the biggest win of the normal looks of the tribe. So YADAKK wins like 70-30. Yeah. Anyway, everyone picks what they like. Yeah, thank you everyone for voting. Yeah, so that's kind of wraps up the stream. I hope you enjoyed the games that we've showed you. Thank you guys for being here today, Crocs and Ram. Good luck with in all the tournaments where you're competing against other players, and hope to see you in the future in our streams.
Thank you to everybody watching, and have a good night.
Yes, good night, people in Europe. Maybe like good afternoon to the guys in the US. Okay, see you around.
See you.